Welcome to PVT Express News. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. And now, here's today's content. The Korean entertainment industry moves fast. One moment, fans are celebrating a new drama announcement, and the next, social media is completely consumed by a single unexpected interaction between two stars. And recently, two names have been dominating conversations everywhere: Byeon Wooseok and IU. It started, as many viral fan discussions do, with a simple rumor. Somewhere online, fans began talking about a moment that allegedly showed Byeon Wooseok warmly hugging IU. No official footage. No confirmed statement. Just whispers, emotional reactions, and the kind of speculation that spreads across fandom spaces in seconds. But here is the interesting part: whether the hug actually happened almost stopped mattering. Because once fans began imagining the possibility of these two stars sharing a sweet, genuine moment, the internet instantly turned that imagination into a phenomenon. Suddenly, timelines were flooded with edits, dramatic reactions, fantasy casting ideas, and endless comments about how perfect they would look together. The excitement grew so quickly that even casual viewers who were not deeply involved in K-entertainment found themselves curious. And honestly, it makes perfect sense. There is something about Byeon Wooseok that naturally captures attention. Ever since his rise to global popularity, audiences have been drawn to his calm, emotional energy. He has the rare ability to appear both gentle and intense at the same time, a combination that feels almost tailor-made for romantic dramas. Fans often talk about the way he expresses emotions without saying much at all. A quiet stare. A soft smile. A moment of silence that somehow says everything. That understated charm is exactly what helped him stand out in an industry filled with endlessly polished celebrities competing for attention. He does not need to force charisma. It simply follows him naturally. Standing tall with elegant visuals and a surprisingly soft aura, Byeon Wooseok gives off the kind of presence that feels comforting rather than overwhelming. Viewers do not just watch him on screen, they emotionally sink into his performances. And then there is IU. For years, IU has maintained a level of admiration that very few celebrities ever achieve. She is not only respected for her music and acting talent but also loved for the warmth she carries in public. In an industry where perfection is constantly expected, IU somehow feels approachable, sincere, and emotionally genuine. That is part of her magic. Whether she is performing on stage, acting in emotional scenes, or simply interacting with fans, she radiates a calm elegance that feels effortless. People often describe her presence as healing, soft but unforgettable. And when fans began imagining these two personalities together, the reaction was immediate. Social media exploded. Some fans joked that they would lose their minds if they ever saw Byeon Wooseok and IU acting romantically in a drama. Others admitted that even the thought of them standing side by side felt like something straight out of a K-drama poster. The comments became increasingly emotional. They look like the main couple in a healing romance drama. Their visuals together feel unreal. Please cast them immediately. Even people who normally avoid celebrity shipping discussions found themselves drawn into the excitement. Because what fascinated fans was not just the idea of romance, it was the emotional atmosphere the pairing created. In Korean entertainment culture, fans often use the phrase visual harmony. It refers to two celebrities whose energy, appearance, and aura naturally complement each other. Some pairings feel awkward or forced. Others feel strangely perfect from the very first glance. According to countless fans online, Byeon Wooseok and IU belong firmly in the second category. His quiet masculinity blends naturally with IU's graceful softness. Together, they create what fans lovingly describe as comforting couple energy, the kind of chemistry that feels emotionally warm rather than flashy. And perhaps that is exactly why people became so obsessed with the rumor. The imagined moment was simple. Not dramatic. Not scandalous. Just a warm hug. But sometimes, the smallest interactions become the most emotionally powerful. Especially in fandom culture. K-entertainment fans are famously observant. A brief eye contact during an awards show can generate thousands of theories overnight. A casual smile between celebrities can inspire endless edits and analysis videos. One blurry photo can dominate conversations for days. To outsiders, it may seem excessive. But for fans, this is part of the experience. K-pop and K-dramas are built on emotional connection. Fans do not simply consume content, they participate in it. They imagine storylines, create dream castings, analyze chemistry, and emotionally invest in the relationships and dynamics they see on screen. In many ways, fandom itself becomes a form of storytelling. And when two stars as beloved as Byeon Wooseok and IU become linked together, even through a rumor, people naturally begin creating their own narratives. That is exactly what happened here. As discussions intensified, fans started building entire fictional scenarios around the two celebrities. Some imagined them starring in a slow-burn romance drama filled with emotional tension and quiet longing. Others pictured cinematic rainy scenes where the two characters finally confess hidden feelings after years apart. Some fans even described specific scenes in incredible detail. A crowded train station. Late-night city lights. A quiet conversation under an umbrella. A moment where IU's character silently comforts Byeon Wooseok's emotionally exhausted character with nothing more than a hug. And somehow, those imagined scenes felt real enough to emotionally affect people. That is the power of chemistry, even imagined chemistry. Part of what makes the pairing so fascinating is the fact that neither star relies on loud attention-seeking behavior. They are not constantly surrounded by controversy or aggressive publicity tactics. Instead, both maintain relatively calm and sincere public images. That subtlety makes every possible interaction feel more meaningful. Fans are not reacting to chaos. They are reacting to softness. And softness, surprisingly, can sometimes feel even more powerful. Imagine the scene fans keep replaying in their minds. A busy airport overflowing with cameras and noise. Staff members rushing through crowds. Reporters shouting questions from every direction. Fans desperately trying to capture a clear photo. Then suddenly, amid all the noise, there is a brief moment of warmth between two celebrities who appear genuinely comfortable around each other. No exaggerated gestures. No dramatic performance. Just sincerity. That image alone is enough to send the internet into emotional chaos. Because it feels cinematic. A tall actor with calm eyes quietly embracing a woman whose smile seems capable of softening the atmosphere around her. It sounds less like celebrity gossip and more like the emotional climax of a romance drama viewers would immediately become obsessed with. And perhaps that is why the story spread so quickly. People are drawn to emotional fantasy, especially when reality feels exhausting. Fans often search for moments that feel comforting, beautiful, and emotionally uplifting. The imagined chemistry between Byeon Wooseok and IU provided exactly that kind of emotional escape. Even the symbolism of a hug played a major role in the discussion. In dramas, hugs are rarely just hugs. They represent reassurance, protection, trust, longing, forgiveness, comfort. Sometimes they communicate emotions that words cannot fully express. That is why even the rumor of such a moment between two beloved celebrities felt emotionally meaningful to so many fans around the world. Of course, many people also understand the difference between imagination and reality. Online discussions can grow far beyond the original story within minutes. Rumors evolve. Interpretations become exaggerated. Fan excitement can sometimes transform ordinary moments into legendary ones. But as long as those conversations remain respectful, this kind of excitement is part of what makes fandom culture enjoyable. Fans are not simply searching for facts. They are searching for feelings. And the idea of Byeon Wooseok and IU together creates a feeling that many people clearly adore. A feeling of warmth, of emotional safety, of quiet romance, of the kind of love story that unfolds slowly through meaningful glances rather than dramatic declarations. That emotional image resonates deeply with audiences who already admire both stars individually. Ultimately, whether the famous hug moment truly happened may never matter as much as the reaction itself. Because the real story was never just about one interaction. It was about the fantasy fans collectively created afterward. A fantasy built on chemistry, emotional energy, and the possibility of seeing two incredibly beloved celebrities share the screen someday. And honestly, if that day ever comes, the internet may completely lose control. Imagine the announcement headline: Byeon Wooseok and IU confirmed to star in new romance drama. Within minutes, social media would likely explode with reactions, edits, theories, and countdowns. Fans would analyze every teaser frame. Every behind-the-scenes interaction would become viral. Every emotional scene would dominate online discussions. Because some pairings simply feel destined for massive attention. And this is clearly one of them. Until then, fans will continue doing what they have always done best: imagining stories, sharing emotional reactions, creating edits, and turning even the smallest possibility into a conversation that captivates millions. That is the beauty of entertainment culture. Sometimes, one imagined moment is enough to make an entire fandom dream together. And sometimes, a single rumored hug can make millions of hearts flutter all at once. Please join the discussion. Feel free to leave comments. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all.